We're into the third set of the 2005 US Open between Andre Agassi and Roger Federer. The match is tied right now, one set apiece. Federer won the first set 6-3, and then Agassi won the second set 6-2. Agassi started serving the third set since he broke Federer to finish the first set or second set at 6-2. They each held the first 5 games, so Agassi was up 3-2. And then Federer came up to serve, and Agassi was able to break him. He brought it to it was love 40, and Federer won a couple points, and then Agassi won to go up to 4-2. The crowd, of course, erupted because they're pro Agassi in this match. And then Agassi went up 30 love, serving 4-2. He was halfway to another hold, and then it would just take one more hold, and he would have won the third set, gone up 2-1. This was a real important point of the match. So when it got to 30 love, Federer just went on a tear. And it wasn't so much that Agassi messed up, it's just that Federer went up to another gear, started playing to a higher level, whatever cliche you want to say it is. He ran up 4 straight points to break back. He was pumping his fists. He was really excited. The crowd kind of quieted it down. Anyways, it was 4-3. And then Federer held that love to bring it back to 4-4, and all of a sudden, all that momentum that Agassi had in the set was back to Federer's side. He started kind of what was happening was that Agassi started hitting with more pace, and Federer, who had been making a lot of errors on the backhand side, got into a groove. He actually liked that pace. So this is something many tennis players experience. You can be playing somebody kind of at a slower pace, and all of a sudden, say, "Oh, I'm going to start hitting it harder," and actually, you think it's going to be harder on your opponent, but it actually ends up backfiring on you because sometimes your opponent likes the pace more than you do, and then all of a sudden they turn the tables and start beating you. So that's kind of what happened to Agassi here. Part of it was the pace that Federer liked, and then Federer just started playing better. I think you really saw he was in a tough match. He wasn't going to be able to cruise. He was trying hard, but he really had to do something more to be able to gain an advantage over Agassi. They both held to go to 5-5, and then Agassi had a really tough hold to get to up to 6-5. He was he had 4 break points, one during the game, and then others in the first part of the game, and then others that after they had gone to deuce. Ended up holding to go up to 6-5. And then in that game, he started to look like he was starting to lose a little pep on some of those long games. And then I noticed in the 6-5 game, which Federer held very easily, I think at 15, he went up 40 love. And Agassi kind of won a weird point where Federer got out of position. But I took a couple screenshots of Agassi's face during that game. It's a little glowy there, but you could kind of see he looked a little dazed and confused. Not confused, but he just looked really tired. I hope that can show okay, but I remember seeing that with he really looked resolute most of the match, and then all of a sudden he looked like like all the color had kind of drained out of his face, and he was tired. And who could blame him? He's 35 years old playing a 24-year-old that's the best player in the world. Um, anybody that could play as hard and as well as Agassi had to that point would definitely be a worthy champion if he was able to pull it off. So Federer held to get to 6-6, and then in the tiebreaker, Agassi won the first point. It was a pretty cool point for him to win, but then Federer ran off 7 points in a row. He got his backhand going. One thing McEnroe had kept commenting was why was Federer chipping so many shots back on the serve. He was just slicing them back, and they would come high and kind of bounce, and Agassi could do what he wanted with them to take control of the point. And in this tiebreaker, Federer started to be more aggressive, kind of like he actually could hear McEnroe, although he couldn't, and he started hitting some overhand, tough backhands, one for a winner, and he ran off 7 straight points, and you could see, wow, that was very brutal. Agassi up 4-2, 30 love, And then Federer went on that mini run of 8 straight points to bring it back to even. Got him kind of where he wanted, I guess. Federer was holding serve easily. Agassi was barely holding. And then you could just kind of see in the tiebreaker was going to break Federer's way because all he just needed was a couple points here or there on Agassi's serve, and he was going to hold his, and definitely went his way, although in a very lopsided manner, to 7-1. So in summary, we're at 2-1. Federer's up. He's starting to play really well. He's picked up his pace. Agassi played a great set, but he started to kind of fade in the latter half of the set. He wasn't able to capitalize on that break he had. So missed opportunity for Agassi, great save for Federer. His forehand was still doing very well. His backhand had struggled a bit, but he started to bring it around at the end of the set. So we'll see if Agassi has another shot in him here in the fourth set after this disheartening third set loss. And we'll see if Federer can continue this high level he started picking up towards the end of the set. Definitely looking forward to seeing the fourth set to see how this match continues to play out.